On April 1st, 1976, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne founded Apple Computer Company in a garage in Los Altos, California. It was a small bet, 3 men, 1 workbench, and a wooden computer board called the Apple I. Nobody thought it would change anything, but what if it never happened? What if Wozniak kept his circuit boards to himself, and Jobs never convinced him to sell them? Picture that garage empty, no Apple I, no Apple II. The personal computer revolution doesn't stall completely, but it slows. Without Apple pushing sleek design into homes, IBM and its beige boxes dominate even longer. Computers stay ugly, technical, intimidating. The idea that a computer could be elegant, simple, something you'd want on your desk just to look at, never takes root. And without that pressure, who pushes Microsoft to care about design at all? Now follow the thread forward. No Macintosh in 1984. No graphical interface reaching ordinary households, first through Apple's lens. The mouse, the windows, the icons, they still exist in research labs at Xerox PARC, gathering dust. Without a rival forcing its hand, Microsoft moves slower, more cautiously. Windows arrives later, clunkier, less inspired. The entire timeline of personal computing creeps forward by years. Your first computer, if you had one in the 90s, looks nothing like what you remember. Then comes the real fracture point. No Apple means no return of Steve Jobs in 1997, because there's nothing to return to. No iMac, no iPod. And here is where everything you know about your daily life starts to unravel. Picture 2007 without the iPhone. Smartphones still happen eventually, but without Apple's all-touch, app-driven blueprint, the format that every competitor copied for the next 2 decades simply doesn't exist yet. Phones in your pocket stay clunky, button-heavy, closed off. The app economy, the thing that built millions of jobs and let a teenager become a software millionaire from their bedroom, arrives a decade late or arrives shaped entirely differently. Now scale it up. Think about every business that runs on an iPhone or a Mac today. Photographers, musicians, designers, app developers, an entire creative economy that grew because Apple made powerful tools feel approachable. Without that ecosystem, where do those careers go? Some never exist. Others form around different companies entirely, companies that, in your world, never had to compete with Apple's standards. Quality expectations across the entire tech industry shift downward. Innovation slows because the company that forced everyone else to move faster simply isn't there pushing. And what about the cultural weight of it all? Steve Jobs became one of the most recognized figures of the last 50 years, a symbol of obsessive design, of products as art. Without Apple, that archetype, the visionary founder who treats technology like a craft, might never become the dominant story Silicon Valley tells about itself. Founders chase different values. Investors reward different things. The entire mythology of the tech industry, the one that inspired thousands of garage startups after Apple's, quietly disappears. Think about today. The device in your hand, right now, whatever it is, was shaped by 50 years of decisions that trace back to that garage in 1976. The way you swipe, the way apps feel, the way design and technology are expected to work together seamlessly, none of that was inevitable. It was built deliberately by a company that almost didn't exist. So the next time you unlock your phone without thinking, remember there's a version of today where that simple motion never became simple at all. On April 1st, 1976, 3 men in a garage built something the world didn't know it needed. And in your world, It never happened at all.